Alright friends, in this JavaScript exercise from the LearnPack tutorial, we basically need to access the last element of an array. And how are we going to do that? Well, this array we have here, my stupid array, is generated randomly. It's an array that has a different number of elements depending on the random number generated here. So, how do we access the last element? There's a very simple way to do this. First, we're going to set a variable called the last one. Let's put it here, let the last one, and we'll assign it a value that has to be the last element of my stupid array. But how do we access the last one? Well, it's quite simple and should be done like this. It has to be my stupid array dot length 1. And why my stupid array length 1? Basically, the length property that arrays have tells us the number of elements the array contains at that moment. So when we execute my stupid array dot length, it basically returns a number. We subtract 1 from that number, and in that way, we access the last element. Because remember, the length will give us the count of elements, but indices start from 0, not from 1. That's why when we put my stupid array length 1, we're correctly accessing the last element. So let's hit run and see what happens. At the moment, we don't have anything in the console. So let's put a console.log here and print the variable, the last one, to see what happens. Notice that in this case, the last element was 81. In another case, it was 73. And now it's 75. Let's hit run test to see what happens. And in this case, it failed because the variable, the last one, has to exist, and I misspelled it. So let's spell it correctly here so that the test can pass without any issues, and we hit run test again, and now everything passed without problems. And notice that the number, the last number in the test case, was printed on the console. Perfect. So that's how we access the last element of an array, basically by using the dot length property that they have and subtracting 1 from it. I hope you liked it, and let's move on to the next one.